I don't know to answer your question. If I knew how to get them to play consistent, they would already be doing that. I think they're in a good place, though. I think we all are right now. And it seems odd after coming off of a 2 out of 3 series loss to BYU, but we coughed one up for the first time all season after leading, and BYU did a good job against Busfield, and so it's really not like we were playing terrible baseball. They got us pretty good on Friday on the middle game. But we haven't been playing bad baseball. Prior to that weekend, we had won 7 of 10, and I don't know. I think we're in a good place. I think we're about ready to get hot. I said that I thought that was going to happen in early April, but I was wrong. But I think we're all in a pretty good place with that right now, to be honest with you.
Today, you guys fall behind early 5-0, but able to chip away, get a couple of big hits, and even it up. They go back ahead, kind of back and forth for a little bit, and then you get the walk-off with the squeeze play on the 8th, or in the 9th, excuse me. What does it show you about your team's resiliency to, not once you fall behind 5-0 in a midweek, sometimes it can kind of, teams can sail it in?
Well, I think that's one of the things I'm talking about. We're starting to figure some things out offensively. I think guys are settling into how we're running our offense. Coach Ward's now running the offense, so we changed it up. And it seems to be working a little bit. It's only been 2 games, but they've seemed to respond to it pretty good. And I think it's a better environment in the dugout, and them not coming back to me all angry, and we're discussing more about the offensive plans instead of me worried about what's going on next. And I'm hoping that's going to help. I think it will. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made that decision. But like I said, I think we're in a decent place mentally, but now it's about execution. I think that's what I think.
It seems like Sean Watkins has kind of settled in as your Sunday guy. Has that been the case? And what have you kind of seen from him?
Sean's really competitive, and he's got really good stuff. I mean, he's 89-92 with a sinking fastball and a really good breaking ball and a solid changeup. He's throwing 3 pitches for strikes, and he's really competitive. And every time he goes out, he's learning. So obviously, with that being said, his stuff's really good. Because if he can go out and do what he's been doing as he's learning how to pitch at this level, that just lets you know that his stuff lets him get away with some mistakes.
And you guys had the Sunday opening because Trevor and Tyler, the McGill brothers, have kind of double-teamed on Saturdays. Yeah. And you flip-flopped them this past week. Is that going to be a permanent change with Trevor staying as the starter?
Yeah. Or? We had talked before, shotgun, and I had told you that we thought Trevor would be ready in about April, and we were right. And I thought it would be early April. That's why I said we get hot in early April. But his last outing was by far his best. He's gotten better every outing since we put him in the bullpen a month and a half ago. He's gotten better every time he's gone out, to the point where he went out last Saturday and pitched like a starter. Now, he's not Trevor McGill of 2 years ago yet, but it's there. His fastball's back. He had more command of it than he's had in the weeks past this last weekend, and he pitched like a starter. He was able to throw his off-speed pitches in different counts for strikes, which is what he needs to do. And it's most importantly, shotgun, is that fastball command. When he has that fastball command, he is what the Cardinals thought he was. He's a third rounder, or probably even better than that.
And you guys seem to, be coming together a little bit, trying to figuring some things out, especially in the rotation. With about a month to go in the season, yeah. What do you guys got to do to get into that WCC tournament right now? You're sitting at the 4 spot to keep progressing in the WCC.
Yeah, I mean, you've covered us for a while, and you've covered this conference for a while. And I want to say 3 years ago we were in second place, 1 game out of first. With 3 weeks ago, and we finished in 6th. So I don't think we're looking too far down the road at that tournament right now. We haven't put ourselves in a position to do that. We're putting ourselves in a position to take tomorrow's practice, get after it, and try to prepare for Pacific the best we can, because they're doing well in league and they have a chance. So really for us, we're going to just get after Pacific this weekend, and then it gets a little closer, and then it gets a little closer. But if you look at it, I think San Diego still plays San Francisco. Pepperdine still has to play both of them. We still have to play San Francisco and San Diego. So all 4 teams at the top, a lot of us have to play each other. So those numbers have to change. Mm-hmm. And the guys below us, it's the neat thing about our conference. It's there's a lot of parity in it, and it's a battle every weekend. And I think it's an underrated conference, and I think that's obvious to last year, Pepperdine going to a super regional, literally 1 inning away from, maybe even 1 out away from being in Omaha, and they're the only team that gets asked to go. So I think it's a pretty underrated conference, personally.